Let's talk about something that a lot of us wear like a badge of honor. We think it's our greatest strength. But what if it's actually the heaviest thing we carry? Yeah, we're talking about hyper-independence. Think about it. How many times have you said this just this week alone? No, I've got it. It's a reflex, isn't it? Someone offers you a hand, and before your brain can even catch up to ask, hey, do I actually need that? Your mouth has already snapped back with, no, I'm good. It's like this automatic, pre-programmed defense. And yeah, this probably sounds familiar. You are absolutely drowning. You're swamped with deadlines. You're emotionally just spent, exhausted, right down to your bones. But on the outside, you're projecting this image of total, complete control. You would literally rather suffer in total silence than let anyone, for even a second, think you don't have it all together. So to everyone else, you're the rock. You're the one they can always count on. You've heard it a million times, right? Wow, you're just so strong, so independent. But you know the truth, don't you? In those quiet moments when it's just you, it doesn't feel like strength. It feels lonely, really lonely, like you're trapped inside this persona you've built. And that's really the heart of it. This isn't some kind of superpower. It's armor. It's this heavy, clunky suit of armor that you put on a long, long time ago to keep yourself safe. And it worked for a while. But now you can't figure out how to get it off, and it's getting kind of hard to breathe in there. Okay, so let's give this armor a proper name. What we're talking about is hyper-independence. And look, this is a whole different beast from just being self-reliant. It's so important to know the difference. Yeah, check this out. This really breaks it down perfectly. It's the shift from I can to I must. See, healthy independence is all about choice. It's knowing, yeah, I can handle this on my own, but also feeling secure enough to say, you know what, I could use some help. Hyper-independence, that's a compulsion. It's this deep, gut-level feeling that you have to do it alone, because the very idea of asking for help feels dangerous, unsafe. So, let's see if any of this rings a bell for you. You handle everything yourself. You're the go-to person for everyone else, but you have no go-to person. You're their rock, but you don't have one of your own. And delegating? Oh man. Or group projects, forget about it. It feels impossible, right? Not because you're a control freak, but because deep down, you just don't believe anyone else will get it done right. So, the big question is, why? Where does this come from? Why build these walls so high? Well, here's the thing. This wasn't some personality trait you picked out. It's a survival strategy, one that was forged way back in your past. Yeah, experts don't see this as a personality flaw at all. They call it a trauma response. You know the whole fight or flight thing? Well, this is a kind of flight, but you're not running from a bear. You're running from vulnerability. You're running from the chance of ever being let down again. And a lot of the time, this whole thing gets its start in childhood. This really lays out how it happens. It's a story, really. Step one, as a kid, you have a need. You know, you need comfort, you need help with something, you just need someone to pay attention. Step two, no one shows up. For whatever reason, maybe your caregivers were overwhelmed or just not there emotionally, your need wasn't met. So step three, you learn a really tough lesson. You learn that your needs are a problem, a burden. And that leads to step four. You make a silent promise to yourself. I will never, ever let anyone have that power over me again. I'll just be my own hero. And just like that, this survival skill gets baked into who you are. It becomes a core part of your identity. You get so good at it that it starts to look like a strength, a virtue. But it's really just an illusion. And we need to take a closer look at that. And let's be honest, there's a part of you that's kind of proud of this, right? It feels safe. You're the one in control. You don't know anybody anything. You might even look at people who ask for help and think, wow, they're so needy. It can feel like you've figured out a better, stronger way to live. But here comes the twist. And just a heads up, this might sting a little. All of that, it's not strength. It's a sign of fear. Deep, profound fear. This is what's really going on underneath it all. These are the fears that are keeping that armor bolted on tight. It's the fear of owing someone, because every offer of help feels like you're getting into debt. It's the fear of looking weak, of not having your act together for even a second. And then there's the big one, the deepest fear of all, that if you show even a tiny crack, everyone's gonna see that scared little kid inside that you've been working so hard to hide. Look, being invincible sounds cool in theory, but in reality, it comes with a massive price tag. And this survival strategy that you learned as a kid, well, it's costing you big time. We're talking about burnout on a whole other level. Not just being tired from work. I mean soul-deep burnout. Physically, your body is paying the price. It's stuck in survival mode. Your cortisol levels are probably through the roof. You've got that clenched jaw, the shoulder pain, and emotionally, it's just incredibly lonely. You can be in a room full of people and feel completely alone because you've accidentally taught everyone around you that you don't need them, so they stop trying. And this is maybe the most heartbreaking part of it all. True intimacy, real connection with another human being, it's built on vulnerability. It's built on needing each other. When you refuse to need anyone, you're not just protecting yourself. You're preventing them from truly loving you. Sure, they can admire you from a distance, but admiration is a pretty cold and lonely thing to live on, isn't it? Okay, so if any of this is heading home, if you're just exhausted from being the strong one, if you're tired of being admired but not truly known, please know there is a way out. And it's not about becoming weak. It's about discovering a whole new kind of strength, a real one. The solution, the antidote to hyper-independence, isn't becoming dependent on people. It's something called interdependence. It's this beautiful, simple idea that we're humans. We're biologically wired to need each other. So asking for help, it doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're human. So here's a little homework assignment. Your first, maybe kind of scary, but very small step. This week, just ask for one tiny thing. Something super low stakes. Ask someone to hold a door for you. Ask a coworker to grab you a coffee when they're getting one. And then just watch what happens. That's it. Just notice. The world doesn't end. They don't think you're weak. In fact, you'll probably notice they seem happy to help because you just gave them a gift, the chance to feel needed by you. Think about that fortress you've been building your whole life. It's incredible, right? So strong, so effective at keeping out pain. But what you have to realize is that those same walls, they don't know the difference between pain and love. They block everything. It might be time to think about lowering the drawbridge. Look, you did it. You survived. You got through whatever it was you had to get through, and you proved to yourself and the world that you could do it alone. Mission accomplished. But what if the goal isn't just to survive anymore? What if it's finally time to actually live? Because real living, the good stuff, it isn't a solo mission. It's okay. You're allowed to be tired now. You're allowed to let someone else help carry the load for a little while.